Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys, to this video. Welcome to another Friday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. Alright, so today is the orange tea day today. So today we have some orange tea. Taste this, see how it tastes. Okay, alright, it's good, it's good. Not as good as the last one that I had, but this is good. I think maybe I'll put a slightly less amount of tea in there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. S. Hussein, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to this video. Marhaban, welcome. If you guys can hear me, if you guys can see, let me know in the comments as well. If it's all working, if it's all nice. Hopefully it should be smooth connection. Connection should be good. I mean, you should have a really good. It's not. I don't know if it's. Just thinking, is it too bright? Just don't want it to be too bright. Otherwise, so video sound good. Excellent. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. So yeah. So basically, another Friday has come, and as you guys know, on Fridays usually what happens is. We just kind of chill out a bit, just chat, talk about what's happening in the week, trying to catch up with the latest. So, what's been happening in this week? So one of the things is that it was snowing in the weekend, but it's not snowing now, right? In my area, I don't know up north. Some of you guys are still experiencing snow, aren't you? Yeah, so you guys still got some snow up there. Or you had it recently. That's why it's quite cold here, because the temperature now is 1 degrees. We are 1 degree Celsius. Now 1 degree Celsius is like very cold for our levels. And I was watching this short little clip on YouTube. The coldest place in the world, in Russia. It's supposed to be in Russia. And the temperature drops to about minus 50 degrees. So minus 50 degrees, and because the temperature is so cold, they can't have taps. So normal sort of like taps, they don't have water in taps. And toilet, they don't have like a sewage system for toilet. It's like you got to go outside and do it like in this little shed thing. And it's like so cold that if you stay outside for too long, you get frostbite. And you can't wear like normal jackets. You got to wear the special sort of like animal skin to be able to protect yourself. So it's, I don't know if any of you guys seen that place. The place in Russia, it was actually built by the Russian, I think it was Lenin. I think it was Stalin or Lenin, one of them. They built it. It was like a crossroads between some of the gulags that they had, the prisons. Ahlan wa sahlan, Abdul Majid. Welcome, Majid. And Sufyan, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sufyan, today is the orange tea, bro. This is the orange tea today. So I think I haven't put enough of those little pellets in, tea pellets. I think I haven't put enough in. But it's nice here, I like it. It's got that kind of tangy, nice sort of like tea, warm tea taste. Yeah, it's good. I like it. From the woods, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan. Yes, from the woods. This is live. This is a live session. Siberia, yeah, Siberia. Yeah, so maybe it'd be a good idea to do a vlog over there. Imagine doing a vlog there. Yeah, man. Imagine there, you don't even need a freezer. You don't need a fridge and freezer. Everything is just put it outside, frozen. Qurat, wa alaikum assalam. Where are you talking about? This is a place in Russia. This is like the coldest place apparently in the world where people still live. No, question and answers on Saturday. Q&As on Saturdays. Sarah, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Abu Malik, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome Abu Malik. Welcome to this experience. Okay, so live stream, I think, yeah, alhamdulillah, it's quite clear. Yeah, it's quite good. Alright, so let's just put some captions here. Alright, so, okay. I don't know how to do this background thing. Can't put it back, can you? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Wa alaikum assalam, SK, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, Jumu'ah Barak to you. I hope you had a wonderful Jumu'ah. Hope you're enjoying. I don't know, is it snowing where you are or is it not snowing? Or are you in Birmingham and enjoying the nice dry weather? It's dry today, by the way, yeah. It's nice to go for a walk. So, you know, wear some few layers, go out for a walk, nice, taking the cold air, breathing the cold air, Maji, you know, that kind of feeling. Actually, bike ride would have been good today, Maji. Yeah, I've seen that place. They throw, yeah, that's the one where they throw the boiling water and it instantly becomes snow. Yeah, that's the one. Video quality is a bit different today. Is it bad? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good? Hopefully it should be good. Is it quite clear? Yeah. Inshallah, it should be clear. Let's see what setting it's at. It's at 70, yeah, it's at 720, 30 FPS. Okay, it's good. It's all right. Wahid, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome Wahid, mashallah. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you on Fridays. Alhamdulillah, hope you're well, hope family's good as well. And enjoying the nice, warm, cozy home instead of outside. Fatima, wa alaikum assalam. I've read that you're supposed to stop everything, including eating, at the time of azan. No, that's not true. What if a person is fasting? Should he break his fast? No, that's not true. No. There's a short documentary on that place, YouTube, very eye-opening. Yes, that's the one that I actually watched. Yeah. I think it's a place called Olmere or something like that. Olmere. Abi Chen, wa alaikum assalam. If I send questions in Curious Cat today, will you answer them tomorrow? Yes, most likely tomorrow. So if you do send a question and you want it to be answered tomorrow on Saturdays, just put in the bottom for Saturday live stream at the bottom. And then I can save it for live stream. Otherwise, what I sometimes do is if I'm free and it's an answer I can give straight away, I'll just knock it out and answer it there and then. After Isha today, going for a 3-mile walk, inshallah. Whoa, mashallah. Today, unfortunately, I'm teaching, so I won't be able to come with you. But maybe next week. Next week I'm going to be more free, inshallah. Abu Malik, good. Mumtaz, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. Qurat, we got stuck in the car as car doors froze. Oh no, even after we defrosted. Whoa, yeah, that is scary, that is. You know, that kind of, when you get so cold and, you know, the kind of car freezes and doors freeze, you can't open them and stuff like that. Especially the icicles that you have hanging from the top of some people's roofs. And then when they open the door, they can fall down. I remember once when I was young, one of the houses that we lived in the past, there was like, they used to have icicles when it was snowing. And, you know, I think my dad had to knock them down. Otherwise, they can become very dangerous. So which part is it? Are you in the north? Kurat, are you in the north? Oh, you're not in Canada, are you? Hadiqa, ahlan wa sahlan, wa alaikum assalam. Good to see you, mashallah, mashallah, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Early today, early. School finished early. Brightest star, please tell who are best Salafi scholars on YouTube, because there is a lot of lies on YouTube. I don't know. I have no idea who the best Salafi scholars are. Muhammad, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, ahlan wa sahlan. Luqman, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, mashallah, Luqman, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Wahid, recovering with your dua. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. May Allah give you shifa and your wife as well, and anyone else who's got ill. Ali, mashallah, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome Ali. Salman, wa alaikum assalam, Chicago. You still ain't sorted out your account? Inna lillah. May Allah revive your account. Ihya. May Allah give the ihya of your account. Orange tea today, guys. This is a nice orange tea today, and it tastes orangey, tangy. You can say. Remember, I don't know if you guys know that kind of like diluted powder that you can dilute in water called tang. Did you guys ever have that? Pakistan is quite common. I remember we used to have that, all these different tang little sachets, and you mix it with water. Fatima, should a person stop everything at the time of azan for respect? No, you don't have to. You don't have to. But the scholars do say it's recommended for a person to repeat the words of the adhan. Repeat the words of the adhan. Oriental, has the Prophet ﷺ ever been to the other places except Mecca and Medina? I mean, from the narrations that have reached us, he's been to places like Khaybar. He's been to places, some narrations mention Sham as well, up north, Jordan, these areas. But we don't really have any sort of like exact locations besides these Arabian Peninsula. Umran wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, welcome. How are things in India? Have Jummah started again in India? Or is it still the same? Alhamdulillah, very well. Thank you very much, Umran, for asking. Hope you're well as well. Mullah wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, marhaban, welcome. Safura, hello Safura. Are you okay today? Did your dad give you a nice breakfast today? What did you eat for breakfast today? Don't say to me you had biscuits and cakes. Don't say that. Mullah wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Good to see you as always, bro. Working from home. Suds, Gigi, Masir Ali. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahla wa sahlan, Masir Ali. Hope you're well. How is usul? Have you managed to complete usul shashi? Brightest star is wearing rings with pebbles like emerald, etc. Permissible, like Hindus do. I don't think only Hindus do. I think a lot of people do. So according to the Hanafi fiqh, if you have, for women it's permissible totally. For men, there are certain types of stones that are permitted by the scholars. Abdul Rafi' wa alaikum assalam. Abdul Rafi' كيف الحال? Salman, school is Zoom these days. Nobody really pays attention, so I'm... Oh, right, one of those kind of, you sit back, relax. Oh yeah, the teacher can't even tell you concentrate in class, innit? Yeah, so... randomly, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Umran, Ali, Tang is my favorite. Tang is nice, isn't it? Yeah, I remember that. I used to like Tang, remember the lime one? Lime. Lemon and lime one. On a hot day and have that with water and ice in there. So lovely. Another thing I miss is pakola. I don't know if you guys get pakola in India. Pakola in milk and ice. That was strange, but it was nice. Masir, when I do research on a fiqh masal, how do I learn about the strengths and limitations of research books, like for Bahr Raik? So basically, what you need to do is you need to read books that have, like for example, there's a book called Al-Madhhab Al-Hanafi by Dr. Naqib. So in there, in volume 2, he's actually mentioned sort of like a synopsis of the major books in the Hanafi madhab. So that would be a good place to start. Wahid Ahmed, I remember Tang drinking bucket loads. Yeah, that's it, man. Foreigners just love it. Facts, I love Tang. Excellent, Tang, yeah. The Tang crew. Darate, ahlan wa sahlan wa alaikum assalam. How are you? How's things in Malaysia? I heard in Malaysia, things are becoming quite strict again. Hope you guys are well over there. Quick Arabic, assalamu alaikum. Can you give out a shout out to Mozu, Siraj, and Mus'ab, the big fans of yours? Mozu, yeah, Mozu, Siraj, Mus'ab, my 3 friends. Oh yeah, are you guys watching? Are you guys enjoying me drinking this nice orange tea? My 3 friends, my 3 new friends. So I got Safura, Mozu, Siraj, Mus'ab. Anybody else need shout outs? Ta'if, yeah, Ta'if as well. Ta'if. That's all in the Arabian and Solar Peninsula, the Hijaz. What time's Q&A tomorrow? Tomorrow it's at 9 p.m. UK time. Different colored lights in the background. Nice. Yeah, different colors. So I can actually change these. I mean, are you talking about these ones here? These. Yeah, these ones are quite nice, aren't they? I'm thinking that maybe I should get some more of these. And maybe it's like dangle them down from the top of those shelves. Make it look a bit more sort of like mysterious. Yes, Jumas have begun. Alhamdulillah. Good to hear. Anwar, wa alaikum assalam. How are you, Anwar? Are you enjoying the rest and relaxation at home? Looking forward to the exams. Salman, what flavor is your tea? Orange. Today it's orange flavor. Orange flavor. Alhamdulillah. Actually, I haven't put that tea image up in the corner. Let me just quickly put that up. So yeah, so basically, you know, this is the tea experience that we have over here. Yasin, is it permissible to wear rings other than wedding ring? Yes, it would be permissible. Yeah. Was there Juma today? How? Yes, we had Juma today. I led the Juma, but today the Juma I led was in a place which is quite far away from where I live. It was only very short Juma. It was like 5-minute talk, 5-minute khutbah, just like salat and no sunnahs, nothing. Everyone has to leave. Very, very short. That's the one I can tune into your live streams without having anyone breathing down. That's the way, bro. That's the fatwa. You got the fatwa, bro. You got the fatwa. What other places have the companions been to? I heard Ethiopia. Was it Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu? So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, I don't recall any narration regarding Abu Bakr going there, but others went there. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud went there. Many Mus'ab ibn Umair and others, they traveled to Ethiopia. She has frosties and milk. Frosties, yum yum yum. Frosties and milk blocked my heart, but it tastes nice. The last time I had frosties, I can't remember. Actually, I feel like having them now. Yeah, when we were kids, we used to have those little box, small little miniature, multi-pack of cereals, and that was like the most amazing thing in the entire world. You used to think to yourself, look how small they are, look how nice they are. Haven't completed yet. I expect another week for complete. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Take your time, inshallah. Absorb it all in, that's what I say. Absorb. Main thing about usul is to absorb it and to be able to see it in the fiqh. Which stones are allowed for rings in men? Is it only permissible for men to wear a wedding ring, or others? They can wear others as well. I was reading in Al-Fath al-Mubin fi Ta'rif Mustalahat al-Fuqaha that the Imam Muhammad Shaybani married the mother of Imam Shafi, hence making Imam Muhammad. Yes, that's according to one report. Yeah. Imam Shafi actually read all of Imam Muhammad's books from Imam Muhammad. Yeah, he read all of them. So he understood the Hanafi madhab very well. Line 1 is so legendary. That's the way, bro. Yeah, we think alike, man. We think alike. Is this authentic, accurate? Have you come across this? Is this authentic, accurate? I don't understand. Have you come across this? Is this authentic? Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that statement. Yeah, I've read it in a lot of the books by like the biographies of Imam Muhammad. They mention this. It's possible. I mean, what's reported is that basically what happened was Imam Shafi was a governor in Yemen, and because there was a bit of a rebellion going on there against the Khalifa Abbasis, Imam Shafi was caught up in this, and he was accused of rebelling, and he was about to be killed. He was sent to Baghdad, and then Imam Muhammad intervened, and Imam Muhammad sort of like said, I'll take care of him. And then Imam Muhammad taught him as well. But as for the narration that he was the father-in-law, I don't know how accurate that information, but I have read it in a few sources. Ustad, did you ever try tang mixed with Ru Afza? Oof. Wow. That's the best combo for Ramadan. Oh, that just sounds too deadly. I would love to have that. Yeah, is it the orange tang? Orange tang, yeah, mixed with Ru Afza. Yum, yum. That's it, Anwar. I'm going to have to go back to Karachi now. That's it. Give up everything here. Go back to Karachi. Are you talking about green soda? Yeah, green soda. Salam. What inspired you to choose the name Uruq? I think it was, I don't know, it was like knowledge, and then the idea of like roots, trying to understand the roots of the knowledge. So like the sciences are like understanding the roots, aren't they? Like going back to the past, like a tree. So I think that's what was on my mind. Mufti, how many people were were in your class in the first couple of years? People have told me the first year should be small. In my class, there was 25 people in the first year. But in the Urdu section, there was two classes, two first year classes, and each one had about 90 students in it. It was like really big. Saki Hassan, ahla wa sahla, welcome. Welcome, Saki Hassan. MP, mashallah, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan, welcome, MP. Good to see you. I hope it's snowing down your ends. Muhammad Junaid, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahla, Muhammad Junaid, hope you're well. Assalamu alaikum, Alim Hussein. Is the time 1 hour before Maghrib on Jum'ah or any time after Asr for dua? The most acceptable opinion amongst the scholars is that it's because there's about two main opinions. One is that the dua is accepted between the two khutbahs, and the other one, which is the most predominant sort of one taken by scholars, is just before Maghrib, after Asr before Maghrib. So anytime really after Asr, anytime between Asr and Maghrib. Bin Shu'aib, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan. How many different types of tea do you drink every week? I don't know, guys. I think since I've started this sort of like online tradition, I think other people are going to start copying me now. Yeah. So I think maybe in a week, probably about 4 or 5 different types. Maybe 4 or 5, yeah. How many different types? I've seen you reading Badl Majhood. Do you prefer books on PDFs? I don't know, I used to like normal books, but I think I'm getting used to PDFs now. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of PDFs. Salman, what is your definition of far away in Birmingham? Like, so the whole of Birmingham is about 7 miles from top to bottom, about 7 miles. So like in Birmingham, if you say like far away, you're talking like about 4 or 5 miles. That's far. Can you provide fatwa which explain that using the spray is permissible for wudu? I mean, I don't need to write it. I just have to say it is permissible. Yeah. According to Hanafis, it's permissible to do wudu with a spray bottle of water, as long as a few drops of water falls off your limb. Uthman radiallahu anhu went to Ethiopia, and so Ja'far definitely, yeah. Mufti, when the Prophet ﷺ hid in the cave, how fast is it that the spider cobwebbed the entrance? We don't know. I mean, the authenticity of the narration of the spider building the web straight away, it's not as strong as other narrations. But it would just be like a normal, I mean, a spider overnight, within just within a few hours, can like naturally build a web. Yeah, so it's not like something which is strange for a spider to build a web very fast, depending on what species it is and how many spiders get involved. But I mean, it may have been something miraculous. We don't know the exact details of this. We are both alike, premonition of our future India. Inshallah, that's the way, bro. India, we're coming. Yes, Ustad, Malaysia is experiencing the 3rd wave of the pandemic, so our government is applying a lot stricter. Oh, subhanallah. Allah make it easy. Allah make it easy. I was reading the same book that Imam Muhammad and Imam Abu Yusuf had major issue. The text mentions such that Imam Muhammad, Jamil Kabir, that he doesn't mention Imam Abu Yusuf by name. I don't know about that. Not too sure about that, how authentic that is. I mean, there were like issues on certain masail that they used to differ with each other, and that's natural. That's natural. Just like class fellows, when people study from each other, study with each other. Sometimes there might be some sort of like competition. There might be some, yeah. So Jamil Kabir, it's not that he didn't mention Imam Abu Yusuf in there, because the Jamil Kabir is basically those riwayas that Imam Muhammad he got from Abu Hanifa, and Jami' Saghir is those riwayas that he got from Abu Yusuf from Abu Hanifa. Salam, incest is not allowed in Islam. So after Prophet Adam and his wife, didn't their offspring marry each other? So in Islam, in our so when people say Islam, as the like humans were living on earth and prophets came to, there were certain laws that were different from other prophets. Belief is all one. So the belief system is all one. It's all the same. No change. But the specific laws for each community might have been slightly different. Yeah, so the laws that were for Adam alayhi salam's time would have been very different from the laws of today's time. Why do we not? Okay. What was the issue between the two imams? I don't know. Haven't really come across any. I mean, sometimes, you see, the thing is, a lot of historical reports are fabricated. Yeah, so this is why we've got to be very careful of where we get information from. A good example is like in Tariq Baghdad. There's like lots of narrations in there that are totally fabricated against Abu Hanifa or Abu Yusuf or other scholars as well. So you just got to be careful. History is according to who wrote it. Salman, what's the worst thing you've done in madrasa? Over here in some madrasa, some people leave the windows of the computer lab open, and as soon as the teacher leaves at night, they climb inside. The worst thing I've done in madrasa, I think probably got kicked out. Yeah, so basically what happened was when I was in the 5th year, I studied privately with my teacher, like far away from the madrasa, and I stayed there. And so what happened was when I tried to rejoin the next year back to the madrasa, they kicked me out. So they said to me, "You got no space here." I think actually, yeah, and that's probably the worst thing I did. Yeah. I think when we say worst thing people do, I think it's a lot of it's dependent upon like what's the reason for why someone wants to study madrasa. If someone's going to study madrasa because they want to study knowledge and they're really interested, I don't think they're going to be doing bad stuff. But if someone's like forced by their parents to study madrasa, you're going to get them doing more childish sort of things. Yeah, we used to watch sports. That's totally fine for us. They allowed us to watch sports and things. Nothing wrong. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah ya akhil kareem. Ahla wa sahlan. My Bengali brother. Ahla wa sahlan. Why do we not hear that much about Ibn Mas'ud in his later life? We do. I mean, it's lots have been documented. I think it's general public don't get, because the thing is, general public want to listen to talks and they want to listen to like more motivational talks. So that's why the scholars, they kind of pick and choose topics which are going to be for motivation. But yeah, there's lots written on Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. That's crazy. Last week we drove 7 miles to pray Jummah because it was full in our masjid. For us, 5 miles in. MashaAllah, America, you guys, everything's big size for you guys. Sheikh, if you haven't prayed Dhuhr and you've got only so much time left that you could pray 6 rakats, how should you offer Dhuhr? No, just pray your fard. How to retain knowledge of a book you read. Notes, make notes, that's the thing. Make notes on each page, at least 2 things that are important, that you feel is important on that page. Make a note of that, maximum 2 things. Don't like note down too many things. So have your notebook with you or a piece of paper, and then as you're going through the book, say, okay, this is an interesting thing, highlight it, write it down in your book. And then at the end of it, just go through your notes. Asr time would begin while you're still praying fard. Yes, so just pray fard. How is Naveed, sir? I'm not sure, I haven't contacted him. But inshallah, I'm going to contact him later, see how he is, inshallah. I'm looking forward to the video on kufr and its types. I am perplexed that I wasn't able to find a detailed, fine-grained description of the subject. Inshallah, one day. It's been raining here, no snow. Lucky. So you're the same as us. Well, we didn't have rain today. We had nice dry outside. How do you... I think the issue with regards to the English one is I don't think these kind of issues are for public consumption. So we've got to differentiate. Certain books should not be written for public consumption. It's because it's not really something which they are going to be able to understand fully. So the concept of kufr and takfir and these kind of things, that's why it's caused a big problem in the society. Simply because people don't know how to deal with it. This is never ever supposed to be like a public thing. It's always supposed to be a scholarly thing and thing of the government. But unfortunately, it gets into the public's hand who don't know how to speak Arabic or read Arabic. And then they don't understand like the sciences. They don't understand how the concept of takfir and all these things work. How do you rejoin then? So basically then what happened was the teacher who actually kicked me out, or who kind of like didn't want me back, he's passed away now, may Allah give him Jannah. He basically told the vice president that he's causing fitna and stuff like that. So anyway, the vice president called me and I spoke to him and he said to me, look, you did wrong. Yeah, we're going to do mashwara about this. And then eventually they did mashwara and then they said, okay, come back. So it was like I missed about a week or 2 of lessons. Salam, your Diwani or Shaf videos are amazing. Jazakallah khair mu'een. I just come across the Be Generous one. I hope you keep positive advice oriented videos. Inshallah, I'm going to keep posting them, definitely. Definitely. Jazakallah khair for mentioning that. Are we allowed to remove body hair like waxing our chest, especially if it makes it itchy? You get ingrown hair. Yes, I mean men can wax their chests. It is permissible. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aftab, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, welcome. Salamun alaikum Kardezim. I don't know which country. I've seen that flag before somewhere. Which country are you from? I don't know. There's no name next to, but it looks like something maybe sort of Turkmenistan. Is it Turkmenistan flag? Alhamdulillah, I found your grammar videos very useful. I recommend to watch it. Jazakallah khair. Aftab, ahlan wa sahlan. I'm very happy that you enjoyed them. Previous scriptures and prophets were not in Arabic. That's right. Jesus said shalom in Aramaic, Muhammad was in Arabic. Thus, can we say tasbih and salam in English? Yes. Yeah. That's what Imam Abu Hanifa says. Salam Mufti Saab, ahlan wa sahlan Shariyar Qazi. If a person does not believe in one sifat of Allah, is he a disbeliever? If it's a categorical sifat of Allah, then that person most likely will be out of the fold of Islam. Mufti Saab, when you're planning to go Pakistan again? Inshallah, once COVID is over, inshallah. Hopefully, inshallah, plan to do a little chakkar. Sadia S, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Share like Allah is Fatir. They say nature does not have a nature. It's all. You would ask this question, wouldn't you? And they argue things like homosexuality, like this is common nature, especially with goats. Allah knows best, Shariar. Maybe ask someone who's got time to answer this question. What's up? Do you know anything about Norway? Like how strong are the Muslims? I have no idea. Benedict is strict. Yeah, so it's not as strict as Darulum Kurungi is quite stricter. Taking off hair, are you still thinking of going bald? Yeah, I'm still kind of contemplating it. Still kind of doing contemplation. Nice shave with the blade, nice clean head, and then let it grow again. Factory settings, restart it all over again from scratch. And remember, if you haven't hit the like button, guys, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Assalamu alaikum, Sharif. Ahlan wa sahlan. Mention snow. The north is that an odd occurrence because to go up to around 51 degrees Fahrenheit here today, odd for January. 51 Fahrenheit, how much degrees Celsius is that? So normally in New Jersey, what's the normal temperature you get? The coldest you get in I'm sure you get colder than that in around New York. It's a philosophy which is backed by evolution. Salam, can you make something which is impure as a surta for namaz? Sutra, yeah? Something that's impure. Yeah, anything, as long as it's an object. Object is fine. Because you're not going to pray on there. You're just going to use it as an object. What's the madrasa you're talking about, Binoitan? What exactly did you do wrong? Doesn't seem like a big deal. Yeah, some madrasas have their own policies. So basically, I should have gone to them, told them what I'm doing. I didn't do that. That was the mistake I made. What does mantiq mean, or literally meaning? Mantiq, nutuq means to pronounce, to articulate. Nutuq. So mantiq literally means like the articulation. Don't go bold. I know, man. I know the hair, man. It's just gotta be done. I haven't decided yet, so it hasn't been fully decided. It's just something which my mustache is quite big. Look, guys, it's quite big, so I can do this. Nice little curls here. Curls of the mustache. As Hanafis, do we believe in killing off apostates or stoning homosexuals? Today's da'wah YouTubers are confusing me. So this is a very big topic. It requires understanding the whole concept of penal code and Islamic society, public crimes, all sorts. So my advice to you would be to actually study these in detail. I mean, if you really study these in detail, you'd have to probably dedicate maybe at least 5 hours or so, right, to a full study of this whole concept, how it all works, and then it'll become clear to you. Otherwise, what can happen is you learn something, and then you go to someone, and then you hear from them, and then you come back, you're confused, and you hear from someone else, then you get So if you kind of like learn knowledge like a tennis match, a lot of people do it online, unfortunately. They just kind of like hear what this guy says, get confused, then hear what this guy says, clears something up, and then hear what this guy says. You're not really, so knowledge is always supposed to keep you firm, like firm rooted tree. And that's what knowledge does. You learn knowledge properly, you become firmly rooted, and any question that you have, you know where you stand. That's never going to change. And that's why a man once came to Imam Malik and said to him that, look, I'll debate with you. If I win, you follow me, and if you win, I follow you. And Imam Malik said, I don't need to debate you, because I know my understanding of Islam is firm. So why would I need to be shaky? But unfortunately, what tends to happen is when people have this sort of like culture of asking scholars questions without really dedicating time to study certain topics. Like, I can answer your questions, but the thing is, it's not healthy to learn Islam through answering questions in every sort of department of Islam, every area of Islam. So there's certain things in Islam that you need to understand thoroughly, study them, even if pay someone, go on a course, study it, and then the small little things that you can ask. How is Darul Karachi more strict? Do they no, strict doesn't mean hit. Strict as in the policies are quite strict. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're well. Ahlan wa sahlan, Abdullah Khan. Always good to see you. Always good to see. How's things in Saudi? How's the Umrah? Has the Umrahs opened up for everyone? Can you go on detailed video on here and detailed convo about how you would change the pedagogy in the Dars Nizami along with the syllabus? Yes, inshallah, one day I'm going to do that, definitely. I think I'm going to do that. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be very happy with my suggestions, but inshallah, I'm going to draw something up. Why did Hanafi say wudu breaks by blood? So they basically say the reason is they have a concept which is the exiting of impurity breaks wudu. That's what they say. So that's based upon what the Quran says, that when you go toilet, do wudu. So they say what the Quran is basically saying is that when impurity exits your body, you do wudu. Talking to the vice president is crazy, like one of the biggest institutes in Pakistan. Yeah, I mean, over there in the madrasas, it's not like you can meet the vice president, you can meet the president every single day, anytime. Yeah, he's fine. That chilled out. Because I read that lecture-based system wasn't the original method of teaching from Sheikh Zakaria's father. Okay, yeah, I've heard that as well. Where's your cat guy? The cat guy, the someone in my Curious Cat wrote down, you should have, if you have a cat, call him Liaquat. Liaquat. Sounds like a proper Jamaican name. Liaquat. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, can you see it? Is it visible? Is it not visible? I don't know. Yeah, so Maulana Nuski, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. So if I do have a cat, I'm gonna call it Laya, the cat. Liaquat. It's gonna be like kind of like from my name. Preserve the Zulf hashtag. MP. A lot of children's clothes have cute animals on them like foxes, alligators, etc. Is it permissible for them to want? Yeah, if they're small, there's like a difference of opinion amongst Hanafis with regards to small images. So if it's a small image, I would say there's scope for it because of the widespread usage of it. Yeah, there'd be widespread. And I understand there are going to be other muftis who are going to say it's not permitted because of certain just general texts of images. But Imam Abu Yusuf rahimahullah, he actually allows, according to one opinion, the selling of small toys as well. I have one question regarding pictures of living objects at home. Since nowadays pictures are on the books of food wrappers, will it come under the masala of angels? So the Hanafis do discuss this, and Ibn Abidin rahimahullah is inclined towards the opinion that it has no effect on your salat, as long as those images are not there for reverence purposes, like honoring them. So if the image is there as a way of honoring the images, then they say not allowed. Then the angels of mercy don't enter their home. In Tuhfatul Qari, it's mentioned that to pray Tahiyatul Masjid after sitting down for a long time can't be done. Is this correct? This is one of the opinions in the Hanafi madhab. Yeah, so it should be done. It's recommended to pray Tahiyatul Masjid, but it should be prayed before you sit down. However, the other opinion, which is the more predominant opinion, is that even if you sit down, you can still pray after you get up. 0 to sub-zero in the northwest, northeast, winter time. Ooh, 0 sub-zero. That's like our kind of temperature. Nice, nice cold, like one of those kind of like, you know, the New York streets and those kind of movies where you have those vending machines, those vendors, sorry, and they're making like, obviously they're making haram kind of burgers anyway. We want some halal burgers. I've seen, actually, I was watching this street food thing the other day, and there's a lady in New York. She's a Muslim lady. She's from Jamaica, and she has these kind of like foods, things that she makes, like Jamaican mixed food, Jamaican American food. And you know what? You need to do a what's it there, man? You need to do like a nice tour there. When I come down, yeah, Sharif, get ready, bro. We're gonna do like a whole tour of all these halal places. Mudassir, the one who backbites is like eating the flesh of his own dead brother. Can you please clarify this? Yes, that's what the Quran says. So the Quran says that consuming the flesh of the brother and backbiting are the same. Does one of you want to eat the flesh of his brother? Don't backbite each other. Because it's like when you're talking about someone, it's like you and the person who are talking about him, like animals are eating at his flesh. You're destroying his reputation. So it's like a figurative way of eating their flesh. What level should a person be to be able to choose between opinions in the Hanafi madhab, and likewise? So what you need to do after this, after you study, for example, you need to be able to have studied at least like 4 or 5 books cover to cover, Hanafi text. Then after that, you study Rasul Mufti. Once you study Rasul Mufti, then you get the idea of how you know which opinion to take. So there's actually like different approaches in how to make fatwa. So you need to learn which approach is the. So you have some scholars who have like a very conservative approach to taking the fatwa. Some Hanafi scholars have a more liberal approach taking the fatwa, and so forth. How big is Benuri town? I heard there are over 10,000. There's actually different like branches of it. If you put all the branches together, there's probably about 10,000. But in the main markas, there's about, I think there's probably about 1,500 students in the main markas. Make it an unlisted video for people who want to hear it. Yeah. Good idea. I mean, they can ignore it, can't they? It's just a suggestion. Can you please do videos on Riyadus Salihin, Babul Adab, like you did for Kuduri? It was helpful, mashallah. Actually, that's a good idea. Let me just make a note of that. Make a note of that one. It's a good point there. Hadith, Riyad Salihin, and also the Umran's one as well. Pedagogy of Dars Nizami. Right, done. Valerie, ahla wa sahlan, welcome. How is Texas? Umran Liaquat, son of Bomba Clan. Liaquat TM. How can we make money from online games, like by streaming while playing the game? Possibly, yeah. Possibly. It depends exactly. Are you making the money through advertisements? Are you making the money through selling like certain things on the games, or is it through paid sponsorship? Are we allowed to keep dogs as pets? Some Malikis seem to imply that it's only makruh. According to the Hanafis, you can keep a dog as long as it has a purpose. If it has no purpose, then you can't keep a dog. 10.55 of the Amriki metric Celsius etc. is meant to convert temperature. I don't know how this Fahrenheit Celsius thing works. I have no idea at all. Subtract 32 and multiply by. I know, why can't everyone just stick to the same thing? Why so much ikhtilaf, bro? Fayas, are fades problematic for students and knowledge as people find it make roots to should be avoided, makruh? I don't see it as a problem, but if the madrasa that they study at has specific like rules and policy, then they must abide by those policies. But otherwise, I don't see it as a problem. Halal guy cart everywhere, big company. Yeah, all right. Halal guy car. Here we come. Me and Sharif. Yeah, Liaquat and Sharif tour. Yeah, I was about to say that to Imran. But doesn't necessarily mean a nice word. Texas windy, freezing, but sun is out. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Excellent, excellent. That's what we like to hear. Like to hear. Right. So put a bit more of this tea in here. My orange tea. Nice and relaxing. So yeah, I've started this week. I've started the Quran ones again. Some of you guys have really enjoyed that. The learn how to read Quran videos again, and also Malfluti as well. He's also back. So putting some more of his videos up as well. And podcast. Don't forget podcast inshallah tonight. Arabic podcast for those of you guys who can understand Arabic. And also give us some sort of like feedback as well on how it's going, how you're benefiting. I mean, the only kind of thing I sort of like see in the Arabic podcast, which some people might find a bit like problematic, might be something on the lines of the Arabic seems to be a bit intimidating, as in, you know, sometimes a person who's learning Arabic likes to hear people who make lots of mistakes, so they feel as though that they're learning as well. So I don't know. I mean, let me know how. If you are in a car and you're forced to listen to music, are you committing sin? No. What is the ruling in regards to the one who denies the second coming of Isa? The person would not be out of the fold of Islam, but the person would be counted as being deviant. Would be counted as basically, they'll count him as dal. Celsius is superior. If I have saved money for the last 4 years to buy a property house, do I have to still give 2.5% zakat even though the money isn't intended? So, see, this masala, according to Hanafi fiqh, you can only consider something as a liability in zakat if that money is demanded from you. When purchasing a house, like in the UK, in England rather, not in Scotland, in Scotland, if you buy a house, you put an offer in and it's accepted, then straight away you owe them the money, right? So then there's no zakat on that. But if you're looking for a house, then you have to give zakat on it, even if you haven't found it yet. But if you have come into some sort of, like, if you put an offer in, I know some muftis who have said in the UK that they've taken the position that you don't have to give zakat on that money because the offer has been put in. Yeah. What do you think should be the limit for students in one class? I don't know, I'm not too sure. It all depends. I mean, sometimes you can have all really good students. If you have really top students, you know what, bro, you just need, Muhammad, you just need to go and start studying. You're asking all the world questions about studying. You need to start studying. Start studying locally. Study in Chicago. Start studying Arabic over there. Start studying the basic stuff. Muhammad Uthman, Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan. In the meantime, what did Iblis actually deny that made him a kafir? What did he deny? I don't understand. He refused, isn't it? He refused the command of Allah, direct command of Allah. Snowing hard here in Chicago. Yeah, you guys enjoying it, yeah? Dal, not dal. Dal, yeah. When an alim does theses for iftar, is the object to address a new fiqh issue? What is the objective? Objective could be many things. One of the main thing is for them to kind of like have training in being able to write articles, research and writing. That's the most important thing. Basically, yeah. So you kind of like get trained into how to do research and then how to summarize your research into writing. मुफ्ती साहब, आप असल चाय क्यों नहीं पीते? मैं इसीलिए नहीं पीता हूँ क्योंकि मैंने सुबह एक कप मैंने पी लिया, तो दोबारा बाद में इंशाल्लाह मैं इशा के बाद या मगरिब के बाद इंशाल्लाह पीऊँगा, लेकिन इस वक्त सिर्फ आप लोगों के लिए मैं ये पीता हूँ ताकि आप लोग जो है ना खुश हो जाए कि माशाल्लाह ये जो हमारे जो भाई लियाकत है वो हमारे सामने चाय पीते हैं. और what advice do you keep to keep spiritually well when unable to go masjid or outside due to lockdown? Yeah, so what I would say is try to read about like the Sahaba, try to read like about the lives of others, listen to talks. And the main thing is keep in contact with people. That's the most important thing. Spirituality is very important by like learning from other people, learning from other people's practice. Very important. Yeah, so stay in contact. What's your opinion on COVID vaccine? Shall we take it? I don't know about you guys, but I'll probably be taking it. So if I'm lonely or want extra love from a dog, is that good enough reason to keep a dog as a pet at home or just a companion? Peace and love. I don't know. I mean, I'm not too sure if that is something which, I mean, I know if a person is suffering from some sort of depression or some sort of a medical thing, then maybe yeah. But if it's just simply a cultural thing where people do it, then it should be avoided. Hazara, respected Mufti, when one is making dua, in Surah Fatiha compulsory? No. Often we are advised to praise Allah. What is the best way? So anything you can say, Alhamdulillah, you can say anything you want. Alhamdulillah. You can talk to Allah in English, in your own language, and just say, oh Allah, you are the greatest, you are the creator, you are the one that has brought everything into existence. That's praising Allah. So anything of that lines. Do you think iftar in madrasa is necessary, or could you just read the fatwa yourself? So the whole point of iftar is to train you under someone who's trained. Like for example, can someone become a mechanic without them being an apprentice for another mechanic? Probably, but he might make loads of mistakes on the way, right? He might cause havoc. And so the same thing over here. Like, can someone become a medical doctor without being in the company of other doctors? Maybe he can, but he'll probably end up killing a lot of people. So this is why it would be advised to actually study iftar or the process of iftar from someone who's trained. Jazakallah khair, Fayas. Are you bay'ah to anyone? No, I'm not. What's your favorite type of meat? What about in regards to sandwiches, burgers? Favorite types of meat? You know what? Good question this. I've actually had ostrich meat. Ostrich meat is quite nice. I think probably like what type of meat? I don't know. I mean, there's certain types of beef cuts that are very nice. Yeah, beef cuts quite nice. Depending how the chicken's made. You know what? Now you got me going, bro. That's it. You got me hungry. What? Okay, Masih, you tell me what types of meats do you like? I like burgers. Yeah, depending if it's a nice burger, if it's a nice patty. Do you guys have gyms in the masjids in Birmingham? No. I mean, what to do to attract the youth? We don't really have that kind of stuff in the. I think you guys are a bit ahead of us in that kind of field. Most of our masajids don't have these. So was the disobedience Iblis his kufr? That's what the Quran says. Yeah. So Aba wastakbara wa kana min al-kafirin. So he refusal to a direct qat'i command from Allah. So, you know, refusing to Allah. Kufru, they call it kufru inadin. Okay. Luqman, you must be very interested in kufr. The amount of kufr, the questions that you ask. If I shave my mustache off, is this makruh? No. Dar es Salaam Masjid is probably the most elite masjid in the States. Okay. Mufti, I just want to say thank you so much for your answers, your immense help and blessing. Ameen, ameen. Jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair, Oriental. May Allah bless you. Means a lot, man. Means a lot from you. Masir, chicken or ghost? Meri dost. Yeah, ghost is good. I mean, it depends. I can't eat too much red meat but yeah, some types of red meat like steaks, ribs. Yeah, nice ribs with nice sauce on there. You know, eating those barbecued ribs. You know, nothing can beat nice fatty, especially got loads of fat on there. I just love the fatty and you know when you get that kind of you know that sikh, and then you have that little fat piece of fat in the middle. I don't know what you call that. Have you ever been to Turkey? No, I haven't been to Turkey. I keep forgetting about your Friday lives. Yeah, Sakib, where you been, bro? Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Chicken the most, then goat, then beef. Whoa, you got a proper like usul. You got like proper usul there. Sheikh, you had the kafir milkshake? Yes, I've tried that. Is it okay? I mean, it's like it's quite sour. It's okay. I like these kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not too not like too sort of like fussy about it, but yeah, I do kind of like enjoy that kind of stuff. I only ask these two questions to protect myself from getting close to it. Yeah, but the only thing is just be careful you don't get waswasa. Because I know people who usually kind of delve too much into these kind of like kufr and takfir and bid'ah stuff. They end up suffering from a lot of waswasa and confusion, and it's not a very healthy thing. Muhtab, do you think the current madrasa systems needs reformation? 100%, 100% needs reformation in the West, definitely, because it's not producing the scholars that we need for our society. Remember, the madrasa is supposed to create scholars that are like functioning in the society for the needs of the knowledge, but it doesn't seem to be happening. This is just a lamb appreciation post. You guys and your chickens, beef, and goats. Don't worry, bro. Maji, trust me, Maji. Ribs. You know what? Once you have those nice juicy ribs, I seen the other day in Sakib. I seen these kind of big, massive chomps. Yeah, they had these nice big. You know what? I just love meat. I can't. Unfortunately, guys, if you're vegetarians or vegans, I do apologize, but me, I don't think I can ever become vegetarian or vegan unless, like, because of medical reasons, I have to become one. I don't think I can become one. Fat is gross. Assalamu alaikum. Sabah ahla wa sahla wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sheikh, inshallah, when we have this tour, seems we are going to have change our names after Sheikh, yeah, and his friend, Too Fat Bandana. That's the way, bro. The new names, we gotta have the new undercover disguises so people don't know us. Chicago Sharif. Can we use deodorants or mouthwash which contain alcohol? Yes, you can. Because those alcohols are not the alcohol that the Quran prohibits. Those are just like a chemical. Like, share video, and those who like, Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much, Sabah. Yes, hit the like button, guys. Likes and shares. It helps the channel, basically. The more you hit the like button, basically, and the more you comment, what happens is there's an algorithm in YouTube. And that algorithm it takes videos, and depending on how much likes the average get, it kind of, it gives that much exposure to the world. So the more likes you get, the more hits you get, the more exposure it's going to give to people. Sometimes when you're going through your YouTube feed and you see videos that you'd never imagine you'd ever watch, someone's put it up. That's because that video has got into the algorithm and it's got a really high position. So that's why the likes. So I don't say give me likes because I want likes. Maybe I do want likes inside, like deep down. I've got some spiritual illnesses, but it's basically, it helps the videos to become exposed, so more of my videos, people can watch them for free. Hazara Sarifti, what is good method of dua? Begin with Bismillah, then Salawat, or how? Yeah, so you start off with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin, and then you make your dua. So any sort of like, there's no specific way the Prophet ﷺ made a dua that we've learnt. Different ways that he used to make dua. The main thing in dua is, look, you have to speak directly to Allah. Speak directly to Allah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. That's the main thing that you have to remember in dua. Yeah, it's the direct connection that you have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. Sufyan, you love proper Japanese Wagyu beef. That's my aim that is in life. That's like, like my goal in food. Wagyu beef. It's really expensive, I know. The thing is, I don't want to spend too much money on food for that cause. But inshallah, one day I'm going to eat it. Yeah, prime 5-star 5 is it? Grade 5 Wagyu beef. Sufyan, you got me going, bro. Marbled fat. I know, that's why it's the most elite masjid. Have you read the book Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran? Yes. Will you be uploading any series? Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if it's going to be sort of like beneficial to the wider community. But yeah, it's a good book. I don't think it's like an amazing book. There's other books out there, I think, that have done a better job. But he's kind of kind of surveyed the main sort of like themes and topics you find in tafsirs regarding the Quran. You should do a podcast episode on what madrasa needs and current problems and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. I need to bring in someone. So I'm thinking of maybe bringing Maulana Harun Sidat. Maybe bring him in and maybe discuss it with him. Because I think this does need to be addressed a lot of places. Because a lot of places, It's just like terrible, the kind of like education system, especially with the kids. They're teaching kids Alamiya courses and it's not really healthy for them. Lamb chops, yes. Lamb chops for people who have like sharp teeth like me. The nice juicy bites. That's why I got sharp teeth. I've been created to eat meat. That's Sakib's, it's tonight. Views are watching cartoons. Saudi scholars seem to say it's haram, etc. One Saudi scholar said Tom and Jerry is haram because the mouse is a filthy najis. Allah. Yeah, it's permissible to watch cartoons. As long as the cartoons don't have any sort of like, nudity or any of that sort of human body. Please make lecture on Tawheed. Inshallah, inshallah. Confession, I used to use your YouTube videos to do my fiqh homework, but when then translating and doing Irab of Buyu, I struggled. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. Definitely. A lot of students have told me that. Yeah, so that's the thing, isn't it? That's the kind of like problem that I found in the videos, that it was kind of giving too much ease to students and they weren't learning. So it was like they were impressing the teacher in class that they understand the masala, but it was like it was having an impact, impeding on their development. And that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to use these videos to impede. How do you put blessings into our time? Number one, organize your time. Have a schedule. If you don't have a schedule, you are not going to get blessings in your time. You must have a schedule in your time. You must have like what you're going to do in the morning from this time to this time to this time to this time. You need to have a schedule. Trust me. Start a schedule and you'll see how much barakah comes in your time. S. Hussein, I agree with Masir. It would be good to have a podcast about madrasa needs improvements. Definitely. I think the biggest problem with madrasa system is this. Because there's such a global sort of like a call towards madrasa, and because there's lots of scholars who are graduated from madrasas, people automatically think that those madrasas are in the most optimum sort of like conditions to teach knowledge for all ages, which is totally wrong. It's not. Yeah, it's actually a false or it's a misleading sort of like perception. In reality, the madrasas are filled with problems in the education system and how they, because it hasn't been sort of like improved, it hasn't been developed, it hasn't been looked at, it hasn't been sort of like refined, it hasn't been critiqued. If there was like a body from the UK, for example, and this body was in charge of critiquing all the madrasas, everyone's exam papers were tested and checked, everyone's procedure of teaching fiqh was checked, how they were doing it, like Ofsted does. If you had that kind of a system, you'd see a much more robust madrasa system. But at the moment, it's just leave it to the teachers. Tawakkul in Allah. They've studied the alim course. They know what's best. No one does that anywhere else. So why is it that you're having so much trust in the scholars that have built the madrasa to teach the subjects? Why are you having so much trust in them for? So you need to always have a critique. Meat is a sayyid of food. That's it. Dua is direct person. Definitely. Just the two of you. That's exactly Majid. That's exactly what we need to understand. That you just need to speak to Allah. That's it. I learned the correct definitions of different types of kufr. I hope this would protect me from waswasa as I have firm foundation. Alhamdulillah. I thought Muslims are way ahead of us in the UK in everything. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it depends in what way. So should bring an alim on your podcast from the States to discuss different between the UK. Yeah, that'd be good. I love that. Your name is Luqman. Don't worry, mashallah. I'll give you wisdom. Thoughts on authoring, translating a book you feel is important. I mean, I'm not too much into translating. I don't think books should be translated. I think people should write new books rather than. I don't see why people need to translate a book. I think people, I mean, this is obviously not kind of like having bad assumptions about people. A lot of people that just translate a book maybe simply they just want to show how good they can translate. Or there's like maybe some money out there to be made. But I don't see like why is there a need for people to translate all sorts of books? I don't think there is a need for that. I think there is a need for people to write original books for the masses. Write some original books like Talbis al-Iblis. Why do you need to translate it for? There's no need for translation. Rather, this book should be a new, like updated version of Talbis Iblis in today's time should be written. So I think there needs to be this shift away from people just like in the sort of like hamster's wheel, and just doing things without thinking about it. People need to think a bit. Speaking of meat, are we allowed to eat non-halal meat, say in European restaurants? Is that Ahl Kitab food then? No, you can't eat it. No. Ahl Kitab is if they adhere to Ahl Kitab and they slaughter it. So as long as they say I'm a Christian and Jew, or they slaughter the animal. How often should we get in contact with family members in order to keep family ties? Well, as often as you like. There's no specific time. Saqib's later. The problem is I've got class Friday. This Friday I've got class. Next week I will be more free. Yeah, so next week it's like I'm going to be free, inshallah. Or freer. But today I've got class, then I've got the podcast. So that's the thing, bro. How often should keep in contact with the parent? Assalamu alaikum. How can the mass lies that are rampant nowadays be combated, countered? People seem sucked into the rabbit hole. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, how do you stop people from just coming out with just lies and transmitting? The Prophet ﷺ, he said this, that whoever reports something that they have heard, right, then this is enough to be a lie. So if you just hear something and tell people without ascertaining whether it's true or not, this is enough to be a lie. I think if people take that on board, just because you heard something or read something in an article, do not tell other people that this is 100% the case. It just confuses people. And I think a lot of people are like that. They just hear someone say something and they think, right, this is 100%, this is how it is. And then it just kind of like creates this mass culture that we can take any information from anywhere and just pass it on to people without really, affirming whether it's true or not. Are you speaking the Brummy way? Am I speaking Brummy way? Am I speaking the Brummy way? Yeah, I'm speaking the Brummy way now. In Birmingham, we kind of like speaking like this. Sometimes we go speak through our noses as well, and then sometimes we speak to our throats as well. Yeah, So that's basically how we speak in Brumistan. How do I approach close cousins I haven't seen for years to keep family ties? Just contact them now and again. Whenever there's no specific like schedule that you have to contact them every Friday or once a month or once a year. Just whenever, you keep in contact. Keeping family ties basically means don't do the opposite. Don't deliberately break ties with them. Sheikh Ahmed Ali with a hardcore Bradford accent. I know of the here who does exactly that which you talked about, a body that checks the madaris and critiques them. Some madaris implement his advice, many of the decadent ones don't. Yeah, that's a good, excellent thing, that is. I've heard there is a hadith that if you don't send salawat in your dua, then there's a barrier between the dua and it's reaching Allah. Is this true? There's narration that say it's more readily accepted, but it doesn't create a barrier. There wouldn't be a barrier because there's lots of du'as we say that we don't say salawat in there. So for example, like when you go to sleep, right? Or when you wake up in the morning, when you eat food. These are all du'as. So we don't say the salawat there. The decadent ones choose to live off the glory of the founder Madaris. Yeah, unfortunately, that's something which happens. Valerie. Can I have some advice? I'm almost finished my Alimiyah class studies. Yes, do iftar. My advice is do iftar. Yeah, and if you're not strong in your books, then I would say maybe start to read your books. Spend about a year or two reading your books again, and maybe going to a scholar privately and like brushing up on things. Yeah, brush up. Yeah, Allah. With this, I'll quickly mention some of those books which can help facilitate in becoming a highly grounded alim. Okay, so what books have I basically benefited from that helps you a lot besides the Alimiyah course? Yeah, I would say number one is a book called Al-Fikr Sami. Yeah, في تاريخ الفكر الإسلامي. Fikr Sami is very, very good book. Helped me a lot. 4-volume book. Very, very gives you a very good understanding of history of fiqh and all that. Number two is I would say a book called Shakhsiyat wal Kutub by Sheikh Abu Hassan Nadawi. Shakhsiyat wal Kutub. It helped me a lot in trying to grasp understanding of sort of how you benefit from scholars and benefit from various books. Number three is Ma'arif as-Sunan. I benefit a lot, extremely, benefit from that Ma'arif as-Sunan, which is the commentary of Tirmidhi. So those three, and a book called Usuluddin by Imam Ghazali. Arba'in fi Usuluddin. Arba'un fi Usuluddin, which is very helpful. Really helped me a lot. Okay, what else? Let me just think which book that really sort of like helps me get. I think maybe Tahrir wa Tanweer, Tafsir Tahrir wa Tanweer. Just reading through that, I think helped me a lot. These are like some of the books that really sort of like gave me like a good head start. Yeah. Arabic first or memorization of the Quran first to understand the Quran. I mean, I haven't memorized the Quran. Yeah, so I chose Arabic first. It all depends really, I think, on the person. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. And make sure today we've got the Arabic podcast. Tomorrow we've got live Q&A. And I'm going to be finishing in a bit now because it's Maghrib time. Not yet 1 year left, alhamdulillah. So yeah. So anyway, guys, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today is Friday, and as you guys know, Friday is a nice day where we chill out, where we discuss things, we talk about things. So check out the videos. Hopefully, inshallah, I'm thinking next week, shall I do Akhlaq wa Sir? Because I've got some free time next week. So I'll let you know, inshallah, if I'm going to be able to do it. But anyway, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I have decided about the computer. I have decided to get the Apple iMac Mini with the M1 chip. Yeah, this is what I've decided to do. And hopefully I was going to order it today. But the only problem is it's going to take 2 weeks to get here. Earliest it's going to come is in early February. So, but the problem with that is I have to buy that, and then I have to buy a screen with it as well. So I've been looking at some screens, and I'm just like kind of in two minds of which ones to exactly get. Do I get LG? Do I get the Panasonic or Dell? I'm just thinking of which one's the best one for me. And that's it basically. Once I get that, then inshallah the streams are going to be 1080p. Yeah, so 1080p inshallah. HD 1080p. I can't do 4K. I don't think it's be able to do 4K, but yeah, 1080p inshallah. So Jazakumullah khair, guys. Take care everyone. Remember in your du'as. Take care and be safe. Stay warm. And inshallah I will see you guys. Hope you did istikhara. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Samsung desktop screen, man. Samsung desktop screen, yeah? Is that what you're saying? Is it good? Yeah, I've heard some good reviews about that. So I'm thinking of getting 2 screens, but then I'm thinking, should I get like a super wide screen? Yeah, so it's either a super wide screen I'm going to get, or I'll get two screens. May Allah accept all your du'as and forgive all your sins and put all of you into the book of good deeds on the day of Qiyamah and enter the Jannah without any hisab, and me included as well. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Those Zulfan HD, that's it, bro. It's a shaved head. The shaved head in HD, and you see like the nice silky sort of like, amla oil or baby oil, so like glistening on the top of it. Yeah, okay, I'll look into the Samsung one then. Yeah, the only problem is the shops are not open, so I can only order things online, and I want to see it like face to face. That's the problem. Ameen, Jazakumullah khair. And I will see you guys next time, inshallah. Everyone take care. All the people in America, yeah, be nice. Have a nice Jummah. And all of you guys who are in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and all that side, Malaysia, take care as well. And Australia, if anyone's watching from Australia. And the UK, you guys know. And Birmingham, yes. Touch to the Birmingham crew. Birmingham crew is special. Yeah, YouTube reviews as well, yeah. So I'll check them out. But I want to see it myself with my own eyes to see how it works. And then I can be happy with it. Yeah. Or the other option was to get the 27-inch iMac, but then that's a bit too expensive, I think, for what I need it for. Right, guys. Take care, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.